Greetings and welcome once more to the Tyrant-Den. Got 4 today. Apparently this episode specifically has some deleted scenes, which should be interesting. Using Tony D again for this one because I've just been really happy with the stuff I'm getting from Tony D. These strong bed emails. Oof. So far, as of this time, nobody has checked out the last one I did, which is normal, honestly. Not really trying to get views here yet. But I am a little disappointed because that was a really good batch of episodes. So if you are seeing this but you haven't seen that one, I don't know how YouTube does anything. Sometimes I'll get a big batch, and when I say big batch, I mean like 7 views. Go back and check out the 66 through 166 or 168. Those are good episodes. Also, apparently, like my one video, which is still doing pretty well. Like when I say pretty well, I mean like 10 views in 48 hours recently. I haven't checked out his most recent stats. Is my reaction to Defunctland's Wiggles ride. I don't know if that's because there's a bunch of Wiggles fans or a bunch of Defunctland fans or what. I guess that's pretty good. So check that out if you do like this for some reason. I mean, at most point, I'm mostly just doing this because I insist on finishing things that I start, and because I do want to start a much bigger project reaction with some effort and things. I'm not going to do that during the summer. I'm not starting a big new project while it's hot out. That is some late fall nonsense.
Shut up, you guys. I'm checking email from work today, and I can't let the man know what I'm up to.
Up in there.
Oh, keep all your fingers crossed the keyboard. Toward the quietest email you can check. Oh, man, they got everything blocked now. Even those awesome pop-up insurance ads with the cool minigames in them. I tasered that gnome like 10 times. A good thing the cheat hooked me up with this cheatware. Oh, nice work, Pixel Granny. Undermine those corporate oppressors on with your bad self. Dear Strongman, if you could have any job in the whole world, regardless of how much it pays, what would you have? From the little one.
And once you get to that, regardless of how much it pays, like I love my job. I wish it paid properly or good. I get a promotion soon. I still don't think that's actually going to mean I'm going to make a living wage, though.
Like I haven't told you guys a million times. I'd be a second assistant space whale scrubber. Those are the ones that get to wear that glittery pat.
Remember all those times you told us about that? Remember in Trevor the Vampire when he was like, "Dear Strongbad, Miss Trevor, I'm a vampire." You know what? Just hold on for a second, everybody. I got to. It's just on my mind. I need to mention how much I want to be a second assistant space whale scrubber. I just got to bring that up. Now let's hear where I see. Oh, it stopped. Oh no, they killed him. Trevor. Or Ali's sister. It's like, whoa, there's two of them. Like the letter 2 at the beginning and appears twice in the second assistant space whale scrubber, my dream job. We all remember this.
And suit, and use a laser mop to scrub all the nodules and crudules off the whale's dorsal ridge. Shouldn't we be
you know, they miss a chance. There's a chance in was it Shark Tale? Where the guy is a whale scrubber. They could have made a strong bad reference. Come on, guys.
Some of this by now.
It's not like anyone was laughing to begin with.
Strong bad. The suits had me install a firewall on your imagination. All that free thinking was wasting the company's cost money. Oh, that's it. I'm totally never gonna quit this job, but start complaining about it a little bit more. Well.
Man. Quiet quitting back in the aughts.
I better get back to tasering that gnome. Upgrading the taser in that gnome. Well, I guess I could try and describe
it. Custodians can do whatever they want.
Approved methods. Let's see.
As a wise man once said, burlers and toilets, toilets and burlers. Plus that one boiler and toilet. Fire me if you dare.
Why, second assistant space specialist, my dream job. 20% pantsuit, 17% space whale proximity.
Hey, Cube neighbor. My workstation is asking me if I want to log off or log out. Which one do I choose?
Stupid.
Bullard. So corporate had a new net-wide firewall installed. Is it totally okay that I don't care? I guess, but this means no more fantasy foosball. Whatever will become of the break room bruisers. This new fireman won't let me send you instant messengers. I fit to love the new firewall.
You don't know the difference between logging off and logging out?
Well, no. Back when I was in charge of the schwa sound at dictionary.com, they
Look,
used to...
just hold down Escape, Control, Tab, Alt, both shifts, numlock, and the little squiggly until your screen turns blue. Then stare at it until your shift ends.
Oh, thanks.
That's some good advice. Feel free to steal that.
Let's talk about dorsal ridges.
You want to know what my dream job would be?
No.
I'd be the guy that flies around on that fake plastic goldfish, painting the clouds with an oversized novelty toothbrush.
Hey,
Oh man, there's no way to break into that though. The union. It's just completely What's the word I can never remember when you just inherit nepotism. It's total nepotism. Like it's just like guys wait until they're 65 and they pass it on to their 40-year-old kids. 6 figures, they can't fire you. You do basically nothing.
how come your imagination's working?
Oh, I got admin privileges. It helps when you're best friends with the big cheese. Ah, the big cheese! Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Right away, sir. Hallelujah, sir. I'll have that DNA evidence on your desk by 5.
Okay, so this builds more into my headcanon about how this whole world actually works. So we know that the company they almost all seem to work for is owned by Pom Pom. But then we also know that Bubs is Strong Bad's landlord, but Bubs is also maybe not quite custodian, but there's some custodian there. He's the IT guy at this company, who clearly has privileges because he gets to taste the gnome. If you know what I mean. If you don't know what I mean, it's because Papa Bats have changed, kind of. They're just generally worse now, after people figured out that they don't actually do anything or work. But they still keep doing them. It's just one of those cyclical economy things. I'm depressed now.
Well, never mind, nitwit. Checking females at the office is not worth the trouble. I don't know how all those bloggers do it. Oh well, guess I better get back to work. Okay. Bam. Squiggly.
Oh, he's a temp.
Oh, gonna be a long one. I haven't even taken my first sit in the men's room and play Tetris for an hour break yet.
Hey, you know what they say, boss makes a quarter. Boss makes a quarter, I make a dime. That's why I'm taking on our company's time. One more reason why I kind of resent that at my job, I'm stuck behind the cash register. I've got to like call someone anytime I want to use the restroom.
So where were we? Oh yeah, 2%.
And that's the other thing. It's not like I'm even wasting my time completely being in the restroom, so long as I'm over the urinal. Actually, no. Yeah, I can even be in the stalls because I'm so tall. If they stand up, they can see him here. You can actually see my work lanyard. I have prevented more robberies from our store just by them seeing me in the bathroom and giving up. Because that's what happens. Like if you just gotta like say hi to these people, or then they see or make eye contact in the bathroom, and you got them out of their headspace, they're getting out of there. unless you have a crazy. We've got like a recurring supervillain at the bookstore where I work. We call him the journal guy, journal man. You don't want to make eye contact with that guy. But generally everyone else, they just acknowledge they're there. You snap them out of their headspace like, oh shoot, I was hyping myself up to do this, and now it's not even worth it. I'm going to go do the exact same thing at the next store open.
Hey there, salaried employee.
There's the custodian.
Oh, sup hourly wage.
I couldn't help but notice you're checking one of your emails there. Boy, do I have some good ideas for words to type in an email.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not really taking suggestions right now.
Oh, that's too bad. Sure would be unfortunate if your boss found out you was checking your mails at work.
All right. What do you want me to type?
Oh, great. Okay, let's see. P F A R G T L? Is that a word?
Fargtle.
Fargtle?
Yeah, is that a word?
Should be.
Does it sound like a word?
Well, I don't know. I only know a few.
Oh, dang. Dang. Oh, dang. I think some customer service rep just puked up her microwave lasagna. You better go sprinkle sawdust all over it.
This is what I live for.
Originally, Coach C's do line was, oh, read-da-dee-dee, oops, I guess, well, I just ruined it for you. Oh, I want you anyway. Oh, just life-changing. An early draft of the screenplay
All
call
right,
for...
so where were we?
You let me read this. You let me read this. Call for strongman to say 4% budguels instead of 2% graduals. Oh, dang. Oh, yeah, it's way better this way. Instantly, you can see why they cut out that first scene, because in the first one, he lets off that he's a salary employee, when at the end of the one, we learn he's a temp, so, you know.
All right, so where were we? Oh, yeah. 4% budguels?
Oh, budguels is just worse. I'm not gonna say a thing this time. Hello, I work hard and I'm not stuck with cottage cheese.
What, you performed?
What the fargtle? Wish I could do that. Some of the people you get working the cash register, you know what? You could just be a rubber balloon filled with cottage cheese. And you know what? As long as the balloon full of cottage cheese was somehow able to say, this is your membership, we would get just as many memberships. There's no skill involved in that. 2% credules. Check in on all your emails there. I got one for you. Just let me know when you're done talking, okay? Be ashamed if the boss found out what you was up to. Alright, what should I type? P F A R G T L, and I'm out. Bonk. Ugh. And you can see this was after the era of the huge cartoon noses and just the everyone has a nose. Before the whole anime thing swept in and we realized, you know, noses are kind of more of a suggestion, really.
You know, I just gotta say that working with Strong Bad here was a real privilege.
What's a commentary?
This guy's a true consomme professional.
Oh, thanks, Coach Z. Working with you was a complete nightmare, and I almost jumped out of several different windows during the making of this scene.
Yeah, that was classic. Those windows were strong. They were real consomme professional.
All right, shut up. What kind of vacuum was that you were using there?
Oh, that was the Sukadux 5000.
The Suckadux 5000.
Honest market on the money.
Market on the money.
Can I get a translator in here?
This part's my favorite. I got to improvise. They said I could spell out anything I wanted as long as it was my favorite animal.
But Coach Z, you spelled out Pafarto.
That's right. That's my favorite.
Yeah, that's not an animal.
Ah, go on. You didn't have a family Pafarto growing up? We kept ours out back by the hose.
Yeah, I bet you did. You know, when I was a kid, I always thought that the pile of puke covered in sawdust was way nastier than just a pile of puke.
That's me. Sawdust makes everything delicious.
Oh, that's it. I'm out of here.
Apparently the sawdust makes it easier to clean. Oh, here we go, here we go.
A scene you were never meant to see. A meeting that should never have taken place.
Hey there, salaried employee.
Sub-hourly wage.
This summer, watch the deleted scene that will have everyone asking, WTPF.
What the Pafarto?
Strong Bad Email 169. The deleted scene.
This is what I live for.
So check it out. Check out what the Barkle.egg today. I guess I am. What the Farkle.egg. Yeah. Okay, I guess at one point it was just a link to the website. There we go, rough copy. Rough copy.
Sweetheart, get dressed and brush your teeth. It's time for email.
I'm turning off the fan. Probably can't hear it, but it's distracting me. I can hear it. You're welcome.
Dear Strongbat, I would like to draw a few comics about you and the cheat. But first, I need to know what type of problems you and the cheat would be faced with. Once I get a rough copy, I'd send it to you to see how you like it. I hope you interested.
Malinko.
Well, Malinko, I hope you interested in getting sued into the Middle Ages by the cheating me. Because that's what would happen if you drew a few comics about us. Just like that time Homestar started selling Strong Bad flavor. We shut that mess down on the quick pass.
I got your Strong Bad water right here. SB2 up.
Although I believe getting water flavored after your characters is the main way most manga make money these days.
Bottle at the source. Pure as a mountain goat.
All right, the cheat. Let's sue him.
Gang, this feels very enigmatic.
Man, I've got the best lawyer soft tacos can buy. And his aim with those water bombs is crazy good. He can hit strong side from like 3 football fields away.
Note to self. Get
Field 3.
bigger notebook.
Okay, so it's just like, I'm going to assume that this is canonically takes place before the record episode, because otherwise this is just a little
Me.
I think we were suing him for custody of
or at least that
also
incident
Big
was.
Minch that day. Ahoy! An unmarked manila envelope. Must be that.
Pale Scout cookie. Oh. I just generally assume that's going to be way better than a Thin Mint.
Weasley Malinko's
That's just
comic.
more.
Oh my. Rough copy is right. You don't need my help finding problems for these guys, Malinko. These don't look anything like us. Man,
I wonder how Malinko felt about them about that joke about what their work would look like. And I have to assume probably amused, but it's fun to assume
he was
insulted.
going to have so few pants on after we got done suing them off him. And now he's going to strut around all unpanted, waving his pant-covered legs in our faces.
I do approve of the fact that even back in the yachts, when you were using a girly Japanese weeb name, even though it was the yacht, so he was an otaku, we all rightly assume you were a guy.
You're a genius, the cheat. Now
Not even like
that's what I
trans
pay you
or anything
for.
like that. You're
Over
just use a girl name and probably now use a girl avatar, thumbnail VTuber.
There you go. Okay. One more.
Oh man, people talk all the time about the awesome powers you get from being a movie character. We don't talk nearly enough about the hammer space powers you get from being a Flash animation character.
Ouch. Ouch.
Yeah,
Now
they
it
actually
looks
got the
just
cheat
like
pretty good.
Malenko's cat scratching. Our case is airtight. Why stop at pants? We could probably sew that black zip-up hoodie off him now too.
Ooh. Oh, that one they had to feel called out on.
Feel pretty tough. Oh, in fact, we should star in our own action-packed credit sequence called Rough Copy.
Probably guess what's gonna happen now. You know what? Whether or not it actually moves or not, they are getting their money's worth out of that gremlin the cheat one.
Hello, gentlemen. I'm here representing my client, Malenko.
Forgot about that.
It would seem you are infringing on his highly intellectual property.
You gotta be joking. There's nothing intellectual about it. Where did you get snowballs this time of year? How did you fit them in that notebook?
I've been saving these.
Why are you questioning how they fit the snowballs in the notebook when you are pulling soft tacos out of nowhere? And or your skin-tight pants?
In the freezer since I was 8.
Malenko, some Malenko. Crystal clear like domestic beer.
Always love strong sag getting justice.
Can't you
That's
see,
all good.
Malenko? All this hot legal action is tearing our non-existent friendship apart. Looks like we'll just have
Ooh,
to settle.
okay, that one had to really hurt Malenko. I ran a roof.
That's some good settlement.
I don't hate the Granny Ruth. Weirdly, I like Paydays more, which doesn't make any sense to me because as far as I can tell, Payday is just a Granny Ruth without chocolate. Logically, you should like the Granny Ruth more. But I don't. I like the Payday more. But even though they make my teeth hurt now, being older sucks, I'm still a Twix guy. Left Twix. There are two types of people in the world: those who like left Twix and those who don't know why left Twix is. Those who don't know why one side of the Twix would be superior to the other one.
Hey, Gwendolyn, don't bogart that settlement now.
And that sentence almost made sense. Careful. DNA evidence. Need to remember to do a full just plain old not evidence episode pretty soon here.
My email song, where would I be without my email song? Dear Strong Bat, I am a manager, and I have been told I must talk to one of my underlings about their stats. As the foremost expert in dealing with smelly underlings, I ask you, what is the best way to go about this? I wish to do this with some tact and professionalism. Sincerely, Plastic Diver Guy, Dartmouth, Nova Scotia.
That's at least 2 ones he's done from Dartmouth. Dartmouth. Or is this the Dartmouth one? Oh, this is the Dartmouth one. I feel like he did another Dartmouth one. Anyway. You'll see why I specifically can remember Dartmouth in a second here.
Man, that show Nova is boring.
This is it, yeah.
I'd watch a show called Dartmouth any day. Now let me tell you, Pasty Dead Guy, you can...
That being said, while he is the person who's dealt with most of smelly underlings, he's still the wrong person to go to for tact or professionalism.
To the right man. I got so many underlings, I've had to deal with nearly every awkward social situation under the awkward social sun. I'm an exploit. Firstly, nothing says tact and professionalism
such was the time
subtle
period.
hint with a hilarious novelty t-shirt. So in your situation, you could just start wearing a shirt that has, like, some kind of science person on it, with the clothespin on his nose, and underneath it says, Eureka! That way, your smelly underling, or smunderling, and get the message from across the room, and you can safely...
Smunderling. All Smundy wants is to be your friend. He appears at office parties and in enchanted caverns at random, very vulnerable to harsh truths and disses of healing. Frequency, rare, intelligence, low to midland, armor class +8. Okay. Now, if you are a 5e baby, limited judgment, you're about to get your own 4th edition, so you know what, I'm going to be light on you. You probably are figuring out, okay, this looks like D&D, but I don't recognize it from D&D. So what you're looking at here is a classic call to the original 1st and 2nd edition monster manuals. So the art would look a little more like this. They'd be very small. There'd be much smaller entries. You'd kind of get just this much about a lot of the creatures there. And then they didn't usually have a full set of 6 abilities for creatures. They kind of just had how common are they, how intelligent are they. They wouldn't usually give the the whole 1 to 30 whatever scale, 1 to 18 to 30 scale. They would just say, this is smart, they are dumb, they're tough. Maybe there'd be like a little number like in parentheses next to them. And then the armor class, you've probably heard about Thaco. It does technically actually work the same way armor class does now. It's just like they added 2 extra steps. So yes, when people say no, it makes perfect sense. Like older players than myself, I'm a 3E brat. Older players than myself are like, no, it makes perfect sense. It makes sense. It does not make perfect sense. So that's the armor class. That is not actually the armor class. This is the what you add to such and such role. So you see, it's already like 1 step removed from reality. I guess.
Stay out of Stink's reach. You know, I think I'd probably watch a TV show called Stink's Reach too.
Alright, here we go. A sports player signed a contract with a bunch of money. Hooey, said the something's uncle. Global Relations set all types of box office records this week. This might be the same as the newspaper from the art episode.
Secondly, nothing says tact and professionalism like slowly revealing...
I like the idea they just have one newspaper they use for the prop and all the scenes that call for
a
newspaper.
sensitive topic to a friend or loved one with a clever connected dots puzzle.
What is he trying to say to me with this cryptic message?
Furthermore, nothing says tact and professionalism
okay, that's fine.
like breaking tough news to someone.
I was always irritated. I was always irritated by those Kids Meals menus that would have the connected dots, but they pretty much already had it done. You knew exactly what you're drawing. You're like, what's the point of even connecting
with
these
a reverse sunburn on your brother's giant square billboard-sized back.
Your tiny bathing suit demeans us all. Ah, fine then. I'll take it off.
Oh, this. Most horrifying thing you've ever seen. Oh. What is that? And the fact that Strongman didn't have to turn around. Ponder that.
Tact and professionalism, like a hidden message written in condiments. There you go, champion.
Ooh, thanks, Grill Master. You've had that piece of cilantro stuck between your teeth since we ate at that Mexican restaurant 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks? Teeth?
In conclusion, these are just some of the many things that nothing says tact and professionalism
Sushi at a barbecue.
like. I hope you have enjoyed reading this as much as I enjoyed writing it. If elected class president, I can't promise you Coke in the water fountains, but I can promise a hard worker that will make a difference and try to get Mrs. Hardmaster fired. Whoa! It's like I regressed back to the 5th grade there, and the golden days of the 5-paragraph essay. Well, good luck with your...
I have mixed emotions with 5-paragraph essays. One, actually, it's not even a 5-paragraph essay. I remember in, I think, 2nd grade when they first introduced the paragraph to us, and it wasn't the 5-paragraph essay, it was the 5-sentence paragraph. You know, do any of you remember the burger? So you got a bun on either end, which introduces and concludes the idea. And so like you introduce the idea, and then you got the tasty lettuce and tomatoes or whatever, which is a couple of sentences of basically fluff. And then you've got the burger, which is like 2 or 3 sentences where you actually talk about the bun, and then you finish it all again. I think we had like we had. I may have even mentioned this in another reaction. I am this traumatized by this stupid paragraph thing in the 2nd grade. Maybe even no, it was the 2nd grade. It couldn't have been the 1st grade. We went on like a field trip because back in the day when schools had money, and we went on tons of field trips like every month. Those were better days. Better days. We went to the ice rink where the Sharks hockey guys practice. There was hockey there, and then we were supposed to write a paragraph about this, but like I would say, I would follow the instructions exactly. I would write this thing, and then the teacher would like, I think this could use, a little more tomatoes, or I don't know if you're really getting the meat across, or do you have the bun on either end? Because we were like given like a special paper that kind of looks like the Sharks logo or something to write it on. Then they'd keep having me keep going, so I'd have to like staple more important pieces of paper. I wound up with, like a freaking dissertation length single freaking paragraph that they were never willing to freaking accept from me. So I was scared of paragraphs for freaking years going to middle school. That's not true. I got over it in 4th grade. It was a hard time in the 3rd grade. But then you get over to, and then you get to high school, and they teach you basically the same exact formula for the 5-paragraph essay. It's the exact same thing. Bun on either end, a bit of fluff, and then a few paragraphs that actually cover the idea. And then you wrap it up again. It's the exact same thing, but for 5 paragraphs. Then you get into college, and you're like, we don't care. Just just make sure you bring up a thesis statement in the 1st paragraph, and then you wrap it up in the last paragraph and cite your evidence. And you know what? You don't even have to work as hard to cite your evidence as you used to. And remember that thing that we called bibliography in elementary school? Now we're just calling it citations, but it's the exact same thing. You can use an ever so slightly different format, but it's the exact same.
Smuggling, Francie Dirt Girl.
Oh, right. I was watching from that email.
Making those Eureka t-shirts. Those things are gonna be awesome.
They probably sold them. They probably actually sold those, because that's like how they made all the actual money off of this. It was all just merchandise. Okay, go.
In a town called Stinks Reach, no one's record is clean.
It makes it 8:30.
We now return to Dogmouth.
Dogmouth, he's getting away.
Stand clear. I know what to do.
Ow, pointy.
Lost Vikings.
Okay, so they didn't bring up. I don't think they brought up DNA evidence at all this time. So that means I probably should, like, right after this, record the DNA evidence episode. That was fun. Like you can already, because this was like way back in the aughts. Like that already felt like they were making some reference. What did I say? Oh, yeah, 3 years ago I was still looking at that. Well, when I find a comment from years ago where it basically, sometimes I will be making a comment on a video, and then I will see that I left a comment on that video that I did not remember watching in the first place, and I left that comment years ago, and I left the exact same word for word for punctuation, same comment I was about to leave. Bonus points, like, if it got a bunch of reacts.
That
Likes.
I may check
This
it
is
down.
still YouTube. We don't have
Mere
reacts yet.
Strongbat. Hey, I am no
Ooh, I love
mere
this one.
Strongbat, okay? I have 3 sons that wish to join the Strongbatia army. Do you have any pamphlets, brochures, video information that could assist? Yours, Paul Perth, Western Australia. Look, Perthy Paul, I've been over this already.
Oh, God, Perth. Sounds
Strongbatia
familiar.
doesn't have/need an army. When we need muscle, we farm it out to our favorite band of shady missionaries. Mercenaries.
Tarantula, shady missionaries. fairly religious overtones. Wait, that freaking era of Tyrant. So there we go. So the ongoing thing of acting like you know about music just by referencing stuff from homestarter.com. You can be like, oh, I did a little, a little heavy metal in the day. You know, obviously I love Limousine. I did do a little death metal. I got really into Tarantula for a while. Then they but then they got all religious. I barely listened to them since. And you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I ever really knew the lyrics in the first place. What was it? Poja! I don't know.
In fact, if your sons are so bonzer to enlist, Reagan just swing by their booth at our vaguely military career fair, which just happens to be starting right now.
What a wild coincidence.
Oh, it's not for 3 weeks. Okay.
I appreciate they're making jokes about how everything event is coincidentally happening at the same time. No, they're like, oh, it's not for 3 weeks. That's some solid meta.
Tito, the top Addison, and his beautiful assistant, Strongman with 2 basketballs shoved down his singlet.
Yay!
Excuse me,
Kinda wanted to see this.
Saxon. You look like the type of kid that gets his lunch handed to him daily.
You don't know I'm Anglo-Saxon.
Well, if you'd like to be the lunch handerer for a change, then boy, do the
that's
On-Point Kings have a brochure for you. It's a Roman trifold printed on 65-pound cardstock.
Hang on, what was the episode where they first referred to themselves as the On-Point Kings? Are you on point? Bro, sure, all the ladies love a man that has this brochure in his back pocket. This could be you. Clients include Strong Batting, his sister, and Joe Piscopo. Our 3 forefathers, identity unknown. Earn your stash today. Be it on a Quark Express registered back door. Into the sister, you say.
Laid out using Quark Express, a pirated version of Quark Express. We specialize in black ops, brown ops, and the occasional beige ops. Come on, the cheat, go for 60s! 60s! How do you ever expect to get an eye patch, mustache, or robotic arm like this? Clank, clank. Unless you join up with a shady band of missionaries. Oh, crap, I did it again! Mercenaries! I meant mercenaries! We do bad stuff!
I don't know, considering how preachy the mercenaries, you get like... Solid, Metal Gear Solid Rising, Revengeance, or whatever it was called. And they get pretty big. Raiden gets pretty preachy in that one, you know? Out to lunch. Kid liquor, oh god.
The drive, the power, the skills, the motivation, the power again, the fortitude, the strive, the ideals, the list of attributes, the municipality, honor, valor, butor.
Dang. If there wasn't so much what's it in that? Like, I'm almost tempted to join. I'm sorry, but like, the Riot Smith looks super cool. I'm just gonna say, even with all the hair sticking out in the eyes like that, the Riot Smith is awesome. Like, that's like half the inspiration of Pyro right there, if you ask me.
Say, young man. Say, young man, young man, young
Who
man.
do you like? And he has?
You look
A memorial statue, not very
like you
popular.
come from a long line of $5 apples. Well, the Home Stormy has a career for you in the No Armed Forces. Say, you good at video games?
No Armed Forces.
I'm not good
Nice.
at video games. The last time I fired up one of my old Sega tapes, it made me a waffle. Say, you like pamphlets? Here's a pamphlet. Here's
Video game instructions, video like
2 pamphlets. Say, you got a girlfriend? Well, what if your girlfriend was a wooden spoon in an orange plastic bowl? That'd be really weird, man. What kind of screwed up kid are you? We don't recruit your kind. Get out of here.
That's fair, right, Dinkum? You send your coolest son off to join the
my
On-Point
Ironside's
Kings.
there.
He'll have to be jumped in. You send your fat son off to join the municipality. He'll have to be Tooth-Den.
Hey, the municipality is badass. Your fat son is well off.
And then you send your step-headed red child off to certain doom into home starving. He's gonna want to be jumped out.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta go find the bicycle pump. Tito the Top Hatchison's beautiful assistant's looking a little lopsided.
What?
Oh, that's a bad sign.
What? It's not a good commando name. it would work. Everybody loves Hagdor. Everybody loves Hagdor. Okay, I guess we're done. Okay. Like, comment, subscribe.